Hi everyone, welcome back to Spooky Saturday, probably going to air on Spooky Sunday because today is been one crazy day. But I would like to tell you something, that I am not alone today. I am with my favorite co-host, that is General Patton. He is here with me because I'm actually filming at night tonight, and I play with him at night because he is nocturnal, and this is the time that we spend together. I play with him every night, so I hope you don't mind my little friend hanging out with me. You might be wiggling a lot on my lap. I'm in my pajamas, and we're here. We're doing it. We're gonna do this regardless, and I'm really excited to tell you about today's topic because I think it's super spooky and it's really interesting, and there's a lot of stuff that can be talked about with it. Get nice and comfortable, tuck yourself in, get your pajamas on. Let's talk about the Mothman legacy. So without further ado, let's get spooky. Well, I forgot to tell you this. My name is Detroit AllyCat, and if you are just watching for the first time, I like to do spooky stories. I like to do true crime. That's kind of my thing. So I hope you enjoyed today's little topic, and we can get through it with me and my hedgie, Mr. Patton. All right, let's do it. You ready? Let's go. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna do this now. In West Virginia folklore, the Mothman is a creature that is actually reported by Point Pleasant area. And this started around November 15th, 1966. There were two couples that actually went to the police and reported seeing the Mothman, saying that he looked like a large man with glowing eyes and a 10-foot wingspan. This couple talked to the police and were very upset about what they had seen, and the police said no, that it couldn't be what you think it is. And they actually brought in different animal experts and biologists, and they said that that was a crane. And the crane was not indigenous to the area, but it had likely came this way. And the reflection of the red eyes, or the reason that they saw red eyes, was probably because of a red light that had reflected off of something and hit the eyes. Kind of weird. Doesn't really make a lot of sense. Definitely gives you that is this possible? It sounds like, cops are doing what they're doing in 1966 and trying to chill people out and tell them, hey, look, there's no thing called the Mothman. You guys are smoking some of that devil's lettuce, and you need to go home and not be out here. And that's what they did. And they told people that there was no such thing as a Mothman. But this couple was pretty upset, and they ended up going to the paper. And the title of the paper on November 16th, 1966, it read, "Couple sees man-sized bird, creature," or something like that. The national press soon picked up the reports and helped spread the story across the United States. And that made this story extremely popular. Now, what's really interesting about this is that there were a lot of people in the Virginia area that said that they had seen this Mothman. And it was all around this area that people started saying that, they were seeing the Mothman around. And the reason that they had actually called it started getting called the Mothman is because somebody named it, and when I say somebody, the newspapers named it the Mothman because it was inspired by the comic book enemy of Batman called the Killer Moth. That's where the roots of its name actually came from. And after this couple saw the Mothman and these sightings started happening in West Point, Virginia, there were even people that had they were public figures. There was a fireman that said that he saw the Mothman. There was a scientist that said he saw the Mothman, and he said it actually had tried to take his little dog. And these stories continued. And what's interesting about these sightings was they were all in this one area of Point Pleasant, Virginia, and they were all happening around 1966. And it just seemed like there was like a feeling of like something was going to happen, like a feeling of doom. And was like the sightings of the Mothman an omen of something to come? Well, what's really crazy is that in 1967, December 15th, there was a collapse of a bridge, and 46 people actually died on this bridge. And the thing that really kind of like made people think is a lot of the people that had spotted the Mothman actually were on the bridge, or they were connected to somebody that was on the bridge. And some of the people actually said that the Mothman had told them about the bridge's collapse. Now, is this something that people said that after the bridge collapsed? I don't know. Like, that definitely can be speculated upon. Do you think that these people really saw the Mothman? He's kind of unsure. Like, he doesn't like the thought of birds whatsoever. They scare him. He's a really little guy. He likes to hide. That's what he's telling me. That's what he's feeling right now. But basically what happened was in 1975, a person wrote a book, and his name was John Keel, and it was called The Mothman Prophecies. And after The Mothman Prophecies was written, like, it became like a worldwide phenomenon. Like, if you saw the Mothman, you were gonna die. And a lot of interest sparked up in all over the world because, like, you know, there was a bridge that collapsed, and the Mothman Prophecies is like, now he's like an international thing. Are the stories that I'm going to tell you real? I think you should be the judge of that. In 1999, there was a Russian UFOologist, and he claimed that he had seen the Mothman prior to what happened in 1999. And basically what happened was there was an event called the Russian apartment bombing. And the Russian apartment bombing were a series of explosions that hit 4 apartment blocks in Russian cities. These hit 4 apartment blocks in Russian cities of Moscow, killing more than 300 people, injuring more than 1,000, and spreading a wave of fear across the country. And these were very serious events, and basically the UFOologist said that he saw the Mothman prior to it, and actually he had foreshadowed that event. Now, a UFOologist is going to be somebody who's like really into the paranormal. For them, I don't know. Is it real, or is this somebody who's a little bit like special, if you know what I mean? That's something I'll leave up to you. But what's even crazier is in 2002, there was a movie made, and it actually had Richard Gere in it, and it was called The Mothman Prophecies. And it basically really sparked, you know, everybody wanted to see the Mothman, or at least a lot more sightings started to happen. The movie was excellent. I really highly suggest you watch it. It's a really spooky movie. It's based off the Silver Bridge collapse. And I kind of feel like it really tells the story in such an amazing way. And, you know, the thing that's kind of cool, if anything good was to happen from the Mothman Prophecies, is that Point Pleasant decided that they were going to do something positive for the town because they had this very tragic event happen after 2002. After the movie had actually filmed and aired, Point Pleasant decided to start having the annual Mothman Festival. And this really attracted a lot of like travelers, tourists. It was good for the city. It was good for the economy. And I'm kind of happy that they turned something so sad into something positive. My hedgehog is stuck on me. Oh no. He's okay. He's all right. We're still making it through today. That's not really where the story ends. In 2017, there was a psychologist by the name of David A. Gallo. He was 55 years old, and he actually reported that there had been 55 sightings in the city of Chicago in that year. And he basically published it, and he published it on a website of self-described research. And he basically told, you know, everybody that this is what's been happening around here. And then there was some skepticism about the Mothman, but they basically said at the end that, you know, these were people that had come to him and said that they had seen them. The thing that had been decided is that these were paranormal, eccentric people, and the research could not be trusted. Now, I think that, like, there is, like, a lot of, like, skepticism when it comes to paranormal things, or, you know, things appearing to you, telling you about your death, and is it true, is it not true? I think that's honestly for you to decide. Do you believe that the Mothman came to these 46 people before this bridge collapsed? I don't know. There was somebody who came out and actually said and checked out the bridge and did a lot of research on the bridge to see what happened, and they said that it was corrosion and a structural fault. But that doesn't mean that there wasn't, like, a sighting of something that told them about this happening before it happened. It's basically all I got on the Mothman. And do I believe in the Mothman? I believe some people probably saw some stuff before they died. I do. I think that before you die, there's something that just happens and things start to get a little bit crazy in your life. I've heard this from cancer patients, from people I've talked to, people I've been around, and it's kind of interesting to see what people see before a huge tragedy happens, because there's always some kind of, like, foreshadowing or omen or something like that. And please stop and relax. He's so done with this. I hope you liked my little story. I hope it was interesting to you. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy my little spooky Saturdays, please leave me a like button. Tell me what you think. Think about subscribing. Sorry today was a little quick and short, but like I said, I had to take care of my hedgehog and I wanted to do something with him together. Hopefully we can put this together and make it look cool enough. Thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate it. If you want to see more co-host videos with me and my BFF, just tell me. And that's it, guys. As always, stay safe and stay spooky. Bye.